Hey everybody, welcome to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda. I'm going to be your cooking guide today. So today's meal is Gavin's choice. So this is a pork cutlet breaded with crackers and just dipped in an egg wash. So today, if you don't have a processor or you don't have a good way to like smash your crackers, I always go ahead and start in the container or the plastic. And then I go ahead and grab a Ziploc bag. If you want them really fine, you would have to do them in a processor, but actually I like the cracker chunks on it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in a Ziploc bag. So earlier today we actually did some garlic Parmesan knots that were super good that you should go ahead and check out. So as I'm pouring these in here, I'm still just kind of smashing just so I can get the crackers to the consistency that I would like. We're going to go ahead and set this over here. And then if you still want them smashed a little bit more, I just grab a rolling pin. And that way, you don't want them to be too big of chunks because they won't stick, but... So this was actually one of my favorite meals as a kid. My grandma used to make. This is kind of old school a little bit, but all right. So we're gonna go ahead and take our crackers. Got them all nice and crunched up there. So these actually came as like full-size pieces. I went ahead and cut them because I think it's a little easier to work with. So we're gonna go ahead and start. We're going to do egg side first. We're going to do the eggs first. And we're just going to go ahead, and you want to smash these crackers right in there. So go ahead over here. Get that started. I'm going to work on a couple more of these. You just want to get them all the way coated. These are really thin, and so they cook really quick. So probably just like 2-3 minutes on each side. Again, when you're with the crackers, you want to get them pushed down so they stay nice and coated. Probably jam one more in there. This is something I usually make inside the house, but with the splatter and everything else, it's kind of a mess. So being able to cook out on the Blackstone is one of the best things. So we got these cooking. This is the time where I'm going to hit it with some salt, pepper. Really need to get a, you know what, I'm always forgetting something. Today it's a towel to clean my hands, so I'm going to ask Gavin to get on that for me. I'm going to do salt, pepper, garlic. And that's all I do for seasonings on this. You certainly could go a little bit more with that if you wanted. So, and I went ahead and preheated this. I've got the Blackstone on high. It's pretty much the only way you're going to be able to cook with oil on the Blackstone. So you can use like the little plastic tins, but I worry about those. Sometimes if you're cooking for long periods of time or high temperatures, those do break down at some point in time. So we're going to do the redneck hand cleaning here. There we go. Sometimes when you're in the backyard, you just have to improvise. So I don't know, the older I get, the more I forget. So I don't think I've had an episode where I haven't forgotten something yet. So basically you're looking for these to just get a nice brown crisp on it. That's basically the crackers cooking up. So, and we're going to hit it one more time with the seasoning. So you're seasoning both sides. I actually prefer to season it while it's in the pot versus in the cracker mixture or the egg mixture, because I think that it doesn't stick as well. might stick for the first couple, but then after that. So we're gonna do just a side of green beans. I just did canned green beans today. And actually, with the garlic knots, we just did this garlic. So we're going to take a little bit of that to cook our green beans in. If you had fresh green beans, that would be better, but sometimes you don't always remember what you're supposed to get. So I'm just going to cook these in a little bit of that garlic. And I usually like to do Lowry's when I'm doing my green beans. So just hit that. See, the garlic butter smells super good with these. Basically, those are just heating up, so I'm just going to put those down to a low. And then we're going to go ahead and check on our pork cutlets. All the crackers start falling off if you don't press them down hard enough. So for this, you definitely want to press harder. And because you get so much heat loss when you're cooking outside with oil, if you've got one of the domes, I actually like to put the dome on it. I think it helps keep the heat in a little bit more. So go ahead and give these green beans another toss with that garlic. One of these real quick. The garlic butter is definitely an improvement to just basically the water that comes in it. So go ahead and see, once I went ahead and covered it, I think the oil came to temperature a little bit better. So all right, so we got that going. And oh my god, big surprise! I forgot something else again, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to go get a plate so I can put these on here. Alright, me and my mind are back now. So you can see the crackers have got a nice golden crisp to it. And that's exactly what we're looking for. So we're going to take this one. What I'd probably do at home is I would probably put down a paper towel just to kind of absorb some of this grease. But let's go ahead and come over here and move some of those green beans over here. And give it a taste. Yep. Reminds me of Grandma. Reminds me of my mom. And I'm happy that this is Gavin's favorite meal because I can give a little bit of my family growing up back to him. Go ahead and subscribe and see what we're making for dessert later.